Hello, hello. Let's chalk history today. Today we will do a fun, frightful sign for you to hang anywhere in your home or on your front door. I think you'll really enjoy this, so come on in, say hello, and we will get started momentarily. I need to verify that we're actually live. All right, let's see. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's Thursday. We're getting really close to the weekend. All right, almost ready, friends. Almost ready. Just got to make sure my comments are working. So if you are with me, go ahead and say, hey, hello, hello. So after the broadcast, or if you have a mobile device next to you, go ahead and scan that QR code that you see on the screen. That will load your cart with pretty much everything I'll use today, except for, of course, I forgot to put the power punch in there, so you'll have to add that if you don't have one. You don't need it necessarily, but it is a nice little tool to have when you're punching cutouts. Other than that, it also, hi Mom, it also will put this transfer in. It will put the cutout in, the chocolate shape, and it will also put the digital files in there as well. So make sure before you're checking out, take out what you don't want. Make sure to add stuff you need. If you need to pick up some colors or tools like squeegees or anything like that. Okay? All right. We're going to dig right in. We are playing with Fright this way. So there is a corresponding fun little chalkable shape. So I'm going to open it on the back side so that I don't ruin my cutout. How fun is that? So you have your little hand there, your little skeleton arm. All right. And then this is our transfer, Fright this way, with the skeleton arm and hand. And then this one says enter at your own risk. So we're going to kind of use both of these transfer pieces to make our project today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on the cut line here. Making all kinds of fun Halloween projects these days because, it's around the corner. I know, summer's not over yet. I know. But we like to be ahead of the game. So this is Fright this way. And then this is also Fright this way. Enter at own risk. Hi, Kathy. How are you today? Thank you for sharing and sprinkling. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this transfer in this sign. Now, this sign we used to have. This has long been retired, so we're going to use this. I came across a few of these, so I thought, oh, how perfect. That would be fun to use. So you can use our 6x18 double-sided box frames. You can get plywood at the hardware store or your local home improvement store, have it cut down to a 6x18, or even maybe 10x18 or 12x18 even, so that you can get the guy, the little skeleton arm on there as well. totally up to you what you want to do. So I thought about, if you see Chalk Couture's, if you go to the website, you should see this actual transfer as a project. They did it on a wood piece, and then the arm is hanging kind of like by some chains. I'm not going to hang it by chains. I thought I would maybe just kind of glue it on the end. I'm not sure. I also thought about just kind of tilting it. I thought that would be fun. I don't know. So we're going to just kind of play around. I am good. Thank you. All right. So this is our boutique finish, which means we need to fuzz our transfer. Okay, so we're going to grab our fuzzing cloth. This is also, I threw one of these in your cart. So if you don't need it, then by all means take it out. But we're just remove that from the backer sheet. You want to keep your backer sheet because once we clean our transfers, we throw it back on there to keep it nice and safe until the next time we want to use it. So make sure you keep them. All right, so we're just going to kind of fuzz it up a couple times here. You're just kind of easing the adhesive a little bit, making it not so incredibly sticky, but honestly, it's really not that sticky to begin with anyway. But we're just going to take a little bit of that off. All right, and then, oddly enough, it should fit pretty well inside. It's a little taller up and down. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the bottom. Just so that we have actually more room on the bottom anyway for adding our little skeleton arm. I don't know why I'm having such problems lining this up. Shouldn't be this difficult here. You know what I'm going to do? Also, make sure where your hangers are. So I'm going to flip this. I'm going to flip my transfer. Okay, so I'm trying to get it in that bottom part of my sign. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do. Just plop right in there. I'll rub that down. Make sure it's nice and flat and not crooked. You don't want it to be crooked. Okay. So if we need to adjust, I could just grab it. I'm just going to kind of shimmy it here. And kind of go straight up the middle-ish. There we go. Flatten that out. You want to make sure it is nice and flat against your board. Get out any hairs or any little fuzzies that might get stuck in there. Okay, this half's down pretty good, so I'm just going to kind of lift this half and kind of rub it down as we go. There we go. Okay. Again, make sure that is nice and flat against your board, your surface, your wood, whatever it is you're using as your surface. Okay. Looks good to me. I see a little bubble, so I'm just going to try to press that out. What happens if you have like a little bubble underneath your the silk screen area is it kind of might blob underneath it, and then you're going to lift your transfer and you're going to go, ooh, bummer. Luckily, this is a reusable surface, so it wipes right off with water. Let's say we come out with a new design next year and I want to switch it out. I put a paste scraper in there as well because this will take off all that old chalk paste like a dream, and then you just take your board eraser and finish the job by cleaning it off. So easy peasy. All right. Looks crooked here, but not up there. Okay. So let's do this first. And I am keeping this super duper simple. We're going to go with, just need to find my black velvet. We are just going to keep it black and white. Simple, simple, simple. All right, and then I'm going to grab my small squeegee. Now, black is pretty messy, so I will take this to my sink to wash it. I'm not going to try to wash it on my mat here because it just gets messy. All right, so we are just spreading this paste everywhere I see that white silk screen design. Okay, you don't need to put it anywhere else but. All right, so you want to make sure you stay on that teal colored transfer material. All right, once you have everything covered, then we can get that excess off. So we'll kind of just unload that, put it back in our jar. This is not a wood surface, so it doesn't matter if I go up and down or sideways to take my excess off. Usually if it's a wood surface, I like to go with the grain of the wood. But this is a chalkboard, so we can kind of go whichever direction we want. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Oh, good. Yeah, the truck, now it's in a chalk box kit. So you actually get 4 trucks. You get 2 transfers. Look at that. Awesome. You get 2 transfers. You get a ton of chalk singles, mini squeegee, some color trays. You get all kinds of things in that chalk box to make 4 different trucks. It's amazing. I mean, it'll cover quite a few holidays. I think there's like a birthday one in there with like balloons as the topper. So really fun. So I just kind of peeled that off. Usually you peel left to right or top to bottom. And now we're going to go ahead and get our chalk paste nice and dry. And then honestly, you're done. This sign is done. You don't have to mess with it anymore. You could add spiders if you have a transfer with spiders. If you wanted to put the transfer back on just to kind of fill in with more spider webs, you could do that. Excuse me. All right, so this is probably, it feels a little sticky yet, so I'm going to set it aside before I ruin it. But how cute is that all by itself? All right, let's put that to the side here. And now we're going to grab our fun little skeleton hand. Okay, now the skeleton is white, but I'm going to paint it black so that I can chalk white on top. Okay, so that it looks like an actual x-ray or skeleton bones. So I want to make sure it's the right way. We don't want to paint the wrong side, so we want to paint this side. All right, so I'm going to bring it over to the board that it came on. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and just to the side here, I'm going to just squirt a foam brush here a couple times just to get it damp. Stick it in my black paste. You can use your paste or you can use paints if you want to do a chalk paint or an acrylic. You could use any kind of paint you like to use. Grab some more. Gotta make sure we get this nice and covered here. Try not to get any streaks. I'm getting streaks, and I think it's because my foam brush was used before, but I think it has like some dried paint on it, so it's kind of hard in spots. So we're gonna try to make sure this is nice and covered here. All right, I think that's pretty good. I actually don't mind that a little bit of white is showing through. I think that's kind of cool. All right, let's get this guy dry. Then we are gonna wax it because we're gonna put white on top. And then maybe we can even put glow in the dark on top. That would be fun too. Now our glow in the dark paste comes in singles, so how awesome is that? If you just need a little bit, you don't have to get a full jar. We want to make sure this is nice and dry before we wax it. I think I have another one of those same frames. If you had like two of the same frames, you could double that up and attach those by like a couple chain links or some fibers of some kind. That would be fun as well. And then you could do Fright this way underneath it. But I kind of like just the arm pointing which way to enter at your own risk. I think that's kind of fun. Okay, I think it's good and dry because we want that to be nice and dry. Let's grab our wax. This is the Dune. Sometimes I get messed up. The Dune looks kind of like our glow in the dark. All right, let's get a paper towel. In the cart link, I did throw in a can of wax and an applicator. Our applicators are awesome to use. I just, for some reason, like using a paper towel. But you may find that you like using the applicator. Honestly, the applicator, you can just kind of put it on and then you just buff it off all at the same time. All right, so I've applied it. All right, and then I'm just going to take my paper towel and kind of turn it right side out or inside in, however you want to say it. Flip it over, and then I'm going to buff it a little bit. Now, as I am rubbing, a little bit of your chalk paste does come off. Don't fret. It kind of gives it a spooky feeling anyways. Okay, get this edge really good here. You can add a little pressure. Okay. All right. Don't need that guy anymore. Let's close our wax up. All right. We're going to take that, and then we're going to take this off of our backer sheet. Again, make sure you keep them, your backers. Okay, and we're going to, I love that our transfers are a little bit opaque, so I can see where I'm placing it. However, when you place it on a dark surface, it's a little bit harder to see. So I'm just going to temporarily tap it down and just see how I did. If you have a light box, that also helps. Just gonna shimmy it a little bit down by the finger here. What's nice also is our transfers are, the adhesive is not permanent, right? So it's, you can take it off and put it back on. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna kind of press that down. You wanna make sure, again, this is nice and flat against your cutout. And let's grab our white, bright white. I'm gonna get, we'll use a small squeegee. All right. Ooh, look at those spooky bones. All right, so I'm just gonna go right down the edge here. Cover all those bones, okay? Excess always back in your jar. Waste not, want not, right? Okay, I'm also gonna make sure I'm hitting the edges. All right. Get that excess off. I am excited to see my skeleton hand here. Okay, ready? We're just gonna peel it. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So cool. How fun is that? I love it. So now if you buy the digital file, you can make as many of these as you want. You can cut it out of scrapbook paper, our chalk suede paper you can use, you know, a nice heavy cardstock, a really thin, like 1/32 of an inch plywood. A lot of people have those, what is it, the Silhouette Maker, I think, is able to cut that type of material. If you have a laser machine, you can cut them that way. So if you're into that stuff, if you know how to work your files, definitely give those digital files a try. Otherwise, take them out of the cart and proceed to the checkout. All right. It is cool, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So now we're going to bring our sign back and decide what we're going to do with it. So I do like the idea of hanging it. So we would probably put like, oh gosh, put a hole at this point, maybe in a hole. Oops, that's still wet. Put some holes in it, but then we'd have to figure out how to, I could probably attach it from something from the back, like a ribbon, some jute. I could probably drill down the inside of the frame so that I could feed some jute down that way. I don't know. I gotta think about this, guys. Let me think. If I were to do this, I could tilt it, right? Trying to see what that looks like on the screen here. Could tilt it. Oh, you could have it pointing down. Now this chockable chip is reusable as well. It is the same Couture boutique finish. So I could wash that right off and redo it. Okay, now it should be all done. Let's So I was thinking, if I were to do it like this, if I were to angle it, then I would probably want to put, I thought if I did it more middle or more towards the end, I would put a bow over here. But now I'm not certain. What should I do? I don't know what to do. And my drill's not next to me. Of course, we've been doing a lot of home DIY type stuff for my daughter's wedding and building a ton of stuff. So my drill has been, oh, I think no, yep, that might be it. Let me look. Hold on, I'll go get it. I think I see it. I'm gonna move these transfers too, put them by the water. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that hang. I think I really like that idea of it hanging. What do you guys think? You think it? I think it should hang. I really do. I had some really fun ribbon, like some spiders and a spider web, but I kind of think I like this. Okay. So we're going to take our hole punch. This is our power punch. This is the only punch along with, oh, what is it called? I used to use it all the time. There was a punch in the paper crafting world. I can't think of it. It's angle. You like the angle. Anyway, there's another punch out there that there's only a couple punches out there in the world that will go through chipboard or a 1/8 inch plywood or birch or whatever type of wood cutout you get, okay? So this punches through our chalkable chips. So what I do is I want to see where I'm punching. So I put like the whole part up facing me so that when I hover over where I want it, I can see exactly where it's punching, okay? And then you just punch your hole. Okay? So I also want this to be level, right? So to me, that looks about level. I might punch, say I might punch it in there, but I also might punch it like in this knuckle here. Of course, I can alter, you know, the string or whatever I'm using to the right length. I think I'm going to do it in this knuckle. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to do it here. Okay. So I'm going to hover over, get around into that knuckle area, and give it a gentle squeeze, and then it punches it. Now, probably she should do that before you chalk, because sometimes, you know, the inner piece can scratch it. It scratched it a little bit over here, but no one knows the difference. So I told you nothing. I told you no secrets whatsoever. Okay, so we got our holes. Now let's measure our skeleton arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and a quarter-ish half. Let's say 19 and a half. So let's go this way. Okay, I'm getting the shadow, so I'm going to, oh, now I'm my foggy glasses. My hair is still wet. And the warmth of my hair makes my glasses fog up. Okay, so let's do, just trying to get the center, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19. 19. So the middle square would be 9. So 9 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is my center block right here. Okay. I'm going to kind of just put my little marker there. That's the center point. Now I find the center point of my arm. And we said it was 13 and a half. So that would be 6. No. Yes, 6 3/4. 6 3/4 times 2. So 6.75 times 2 is 13 and a half. So 6 3/4. Excuse me. All right. So at 6 3/4, that's the center. Well, I can center it right here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 3/4. Okay, why am I blanking out here? We need to shimmy this guy over this way. What about at the half point? Okay, let me just see here. This is 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4 on that side. 1, 2 3/4 on this side. Just going to shimmy it over a little bit because I want to just see like where I need to line the holes up here, right? So that it looks centered. It will drive me crazy if it ends up off center. So yeah. All right. So I am going to just kind of draw a line. This is chalk marker. This will come off. That kind of just gives me a visual point of where to put the holes, not necessarily where my arm is centered because this hole goes further in and this is at the end. Okay. So we have our markings. Let's put this to the side. I know. Who said you had to use math, right? I know. I don't know if I don't think I have any chains. We could temporarily put some string in it, and then if I find a chain somewhere. Let's see. So I'm trying to find a drill bit here that's really small. I think this will be fine. I'm also going to get my dirties out of here so I could close up my paste. Yeah, if I could find a cool, old, rusty old chain, that would be fun. Or like barbed wire. That would be fun. All right, now I gotta get this mess off of me that I got all over me. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill down. So first let's get this drill bit on. So we're gonna stick it in there, pop that bottom button. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. And then, so it's gonna be hard to see, but I'm gonna drill straight down. I think I have some good room there. I don't know, I may have to drill up because I'm not sure the drill's not gonna allow me to go flush. So this is gonna be tricky. If I do go this way, it'll probably be a little bit at an angle, which is fine, I guess. Oh, I'm taking off the K because we could redo that. We can fix that. So, all right, we're going to try to drill here. It is going to be on a little bit of an angle. make sure, let's see. Hold, please. I need to make sure. I need an old piece of wood. Let's see. What do I have here? I don't want to use that. Oh gosh, people. Let's see. I don't want to drill into my mat, so I need to find something that I can drill into. Here, this is kind of like just a old chalkboard I found a long time ago. So I'm going to bring it over here and okay, I got through. Tap that off. All right, so you can see it kind of, it's almost in the middle, not quite, but it's close. And we're making a mess of that K. That's okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. And I'm sure I'll make a mess over here, so let's move this. Let's see if a paper towel will help. I'm just going to kind of cover it. Let's see if that helps. I think just the vibration of it rubbing on it probably is the problem. Go through, not yet. Okay, now I did. All right, let's put this aside. Look at us go here. Okay. And that just kind of took a little bit of the web off. We can fix that though. We can fix that actually with our chalk marker. And then of course that it drilled through a little bit, so we can never use that as a little chalkboard, but I can use that when I'm drilling. So just things to remember, right? We're gonna take a wipe. We're gonna wipe that chalk paste right off because we don't need that there. Let's see. I don't know where my black chalk marker is. Is it? Yeah. Okay. So if you haven't used it in a while, then you kind of want to just tap it and get it, wake it up a little bit. I could just fill in that where it came off. Okay, perfect. Thank you. This is probably too much to try to fill in. I can try. Let's see. Sure, the K came down here. So this is our chalk marker. You can find that on the website. And I took the transfer away, so I'm gonna join that there. Join that there. Look at this. It is coming together. It's looking like a K. We're just kind of filling this in. If I don't like it, I can go ahead and erase it, which I'm kind of not liking it. We can bring the transfer over. Okay, let's do this. Let's... Oop. All right. Let me get a wet wipe here. I'm going to take the entire K away. All right, so it was dry, and I'm just using a wet wipe here. It's an antibacterial wipe. Just be careful you don't hit anything next to it that you don't want to come off. See how easy it is to fix stuff, you guys? There's no need to take the whole sign off. Everything is fine but this K. Almost there. If it's not completely off, it's okay, because we're going to literally chalk right over it. So I'm not worried about a little bit of ghosting at all. Okay. Now we're going to dry it to make sure it's nice and dry. I'll go grab the transfer. We'll line it up and then we'll chalk the K. So let me go grab that transfer. I'll be right back. It's just over here. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Okay. We're just going to lay down the K. I'm going to line up the S as best I can. Looks pretty darn good. Okay, let's just rub down that K. Okay, I'm going to kind of bend that way so it doesn't fall. I'm going to grab my squeegee that had black on it. Oops, that's purple. We don't want purple. Okay, we just need a little bit. And then we're just going to chalk the K. All right. Make sure I got all my excess off. All right, you ready? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Like nothing ever happened. You saw nothing. There are no mistakes that can't be fixed. Haha. Of course, if it was a wood surface, that would be a little harder to be fixed. It can be done with patience, but there you go. Okay, let's get it dry. I do really wish I had some little chain links, but I do have this cute black and white twine. That'll be cute. We'll use some of that. All right, our web, that looked really nice with just the chalk markers, so we didn't have to do anything there. All right, now, how did they do this here? All right. I think this, I'm not sure if this is all one string or if it's several. Looks like it's all one. Okay. So I think we just need this much. We shouldn't need any more than that. If we do, I can always cut more. I need my little, this is like, I wouldn't say it's tooth floss, but it's, I don't remember what they are. It is in the dental area of your grocery store. But you put your string or whatever through the loop, and then we're going to go through the hole. All right, and that feeds it through. Then we're going to bring our little arm guy and bring it through the hole. Like that. Now, it would be fun. Let me do this. So say, it'd be kind of fun to have some wood beads, and that might help with stopping the knot. And where did that blue stuff go? Where'd it go? Oh. What do you think? Should we add like a knot or like a bead in there? Let's try this. I'm just fooling around here, so let's just try and see what it looks like. Put a little bead through there. Ooh, we should do both strands. Let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. And we'll do it like in the middle. I could do white and black. I'm going to try just one, just to see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to put it through the one bead on the one side. Then we're going to go through the hole on the side, and then we're going to come back up through the bead. And then I think I'm going to tie it there. We're going to put like 2-3 knots in there. And I might do one more. There we go. I'm going to snip it, or you know what? We could just cover that. So let's snip it. Okay, and then the bead can kind of cover that knot. So this is what we have. You can like kind of bring it up if you want a little bit. Okay, then you'll have to do like some kind of a little fun knot up here. We're just going to keep knotting it so we get a decent sized knot so it doesn't fall through. One more time. Oops. Gotta push it back down. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, let's snip that off. There we go. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Now we gotta do it to this side. So do we have enough? We should have enough. All right. We're gonna come down. And you know what? Before I even do anything else, we're gonna go ahead and just triple knot this. just loose knots. One more time. Kind of like putting the loop around the knot so the knot continues to grow in size. There you go. Okay, there we are. Then we're going to do this. I'm going to grab another white bead. Okay. We're going to go through the hand, back up through the bead, and adjust the height. Make sure this is good and tight. Oops. I did want to go through there, so let's try one more knot. It still wants to go through there a little bit. I don't think I'll be tugging on it or anything, so it should hold. If it doesn't, it's okay, because I still think I want to try to find some chains or something. Okay, so does that look level? If my sign is level, we have to make sure our sign is level. I'm going to line it up against my mat here. It's got lines. Does that look? That looks pretty even, doesn't it? I kind of like that. Okay. All right, as long as it doesn't move on us, we should be okay. Just gonna make a knot. It does look even, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy how that happened. Kind of crazy. Okay. Just trying to make my knot kind of fat down here. I want it to go over the knots, just so my bead doesn't move around too much. Okay, then we're gonna snip it, adjust my little bead. OMG, you guys, how cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Enter at your own risk. I love it. Kind of hold it this way so you guys can see. How fun is that, you guys? Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Again, if you want everything except for the frame, but there are 6x18 boards in the shop, unless you have something of your own. If you scan that QR code, that will load your cart with all the goodies that we used. And it will get you on your way to making your own, enter your own at your own risk Fright This Way sign. I hope you enjoyed today's demo, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for